All righty. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am, of course, Bima, better known as Els. And this is my corner. And we're going to be doing some puzzle pieces today. I don't know why. I just decided I wanted to do this. So, I am going to, I have a whole bag of puzzle pieces because I have a whole puzzle. So I'm going to try and find like some normal looking pieces. Some of these are kind of not so normal looking. Like that. That one's a little bit more normal. That one's okay. This one's not so bad. That one's okay. That one's too big. This one's good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get out 10 just for giggles. 8. I need 2 more normal ones. That one could be considered normal. 10. That'll work. Okay, I'm going to put these away. All right, let me put these away. All righty. Oh, dropped one. If I don't drop something at least once, we're not working, right? All righty. All right. Hello, Gypsy. How are you? Things are going good. How you doing, Avina? What? What? I'm live, so you need to be here?
Of course.
You're such a booger snot.
Well, I saw the camera go on, Mom, so I had to come over and get some treats. It's the treat alarm, right?
It's not the treat alarm. All right, let me grab some brushes here. And everything but brushes out, right? All right. So I like to cover mine with gesso first. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I suppose it's just because they're so shiny. And I like them to have a little bite for the paint. So I like to gesso up first. So I'm just going to put some gesso on these, and then we're going to sit here and watch paint dry. Because I didn't get to that before we started. Which I should have, but I didn't. Shoot me. Okay. Been a crazy hot week, I'm telling you. It is currently still 99 degrees outside at 6 o'clock in the evening. This is like August weather. It's horrible, I tell you, horrible. 25 years ago when I first got here, it wasn't so bad because, well, I was younger, but there wasn't as much humidity back then. Now it's very humid here. So it's getting worse. Well, the humidity is getting worse. I caught that before it went into my lap. Because once you get gesso and stuff, it is never coming out. Hello, Miss Patty Ann. Hello, Christine. So I just like to add some gesso because if I'm going to paint them, and I will, because I always put a base color underneath whatever I'm doing on these, it just helps the paint to stick because these things are so shiny. Shiny. Shiny bubbles. Oh, it's tiny bubbles, not shiny bubbles. I think I know a song for shiny. Shiny happy people. Shiny happy people laughing. See, I do know a shiny song. All right. Ooh, a little more gesso. That red's really coming through. All right, well, now I'm going to wait for them to dry. All right, that's gesso water. Alrighty. Yeah, it drains you. You know? Okay, so we're gonna let these dry. I'm not gonna hit them with the dryer because it would take too long. Well, no, but it would be noisy, you know? But I do have colors. I like light base colors, so I picked out some muted colors. So I got like pistachio and what the hell is they calling this? I have no idea. Warm bisque. No, that's warm bisque. And this one is cool blue, petunia purple, and this one is frosted plum. So we'll just sit here and shake some bottles for a minute. Your AC isn't keeping up. That's why I love me some central AC. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your painting. Shake your paintings. Let me go over here and rattle her cage. Hello. I love messing with Michelle. That's a two-handed shaker right there. Okay. All right, those are all shook up. I'm all shook up. Okay. We're waiting for these to dry. Blowing on them I don't think is going to help at all. So we'll just wait. They'll dry eventually. Then we can put some paint on them. Oh. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this heat is killer. I went I had to go out because I had to go to the post office. I had to go to the grocery store. But I also had to go get puzzle pieces because my dumb butt, when I decided this is what we were going to do tonight, forgot that I lost all my puzzle pieces in the fire. And so I decided you got to go to the thrift store and pick up a puzzle. So I had a couple of things I had to do. So I checked my sugar because yesterday it was giving me crap. So I checked my sugar, and my sugar was at like 115. And usually if it's between 110 and 120, I'm good. It was like 115, 112, something like that. But it was definitely between my target numbers. So I said, okay, I'm good. I can go to the store. So I left here. I went to the post office. Then I said, stop by Snobby because you may need to get, you're going to get you need to get paper to do the book covers for the new book. And so I stopped to get some paper at Snob. And I wasn't sure if I was going to use paper or if I was going to use some fabric. I had some fabric here, but it's kind of cutesy bees, and it's not what I was looking for, really. Yeah. So I'm in the Snob, and if you don't know, Hobby Lobby, they're big. They're big stores. And they're big because they're like 5 different stores all in one. It's like a toy store for kids. It's like a seasonal shop. There's a the fabric section in there. They have like a whole baking supply area, huge area of baking supply stuff. Plus all the paper crafting stuff, and then they have wood crafting, and they have photo framing, and they have like a huge fake floral area, two sections of it. It's huge. And then they have like all of their gift stuff and home decor. So, it's a big mess. Well, by the time I went from paper crafting over here to fabrics over here, and then back to the registers over here, I was feeling a little off. So I said, well, maybe I should eat. Yeah. Oh. So the only place close nearby that I could get some food, that was like accessible was Der Wiener Schnitzel. Now I hate fast food. It's not my jam at all. So I had to go and get something at Der Wiener Schnitzel. And as I'm driving, like coming over the hill, it's over here, and I can see that there's nobody there. And I'm like, cool, I can get in, I can get out, we're done. I pulled up to the thing. The lady said, order when you're ready. And I went, okay, can I get 4 chili dogs? Mind you, this is for me and my husband. 4 chili dogs, a couple of fries. She goes, okay, come to the window. So I go up to the window. I get to the window. She sticks her head out, tells me how much it is. I said, oh, can you add a small Coke to that? Because when I left Snobby, my sugar was at 73. And by the time I got to the Der Wiener Schnitzel, I was feeling even worse. And she's like, sure. So she adds the soda, gives me back my card, and disappears. And I had to bang on her window. I was like, lady, listen, I need that soda. I'm a freaking diabetic and my sugar's dropping. My sugar sitting there went from 73 to 68. Took forever for them to get the food. It was 8 minutes. I clocked it. 8 minutes to get my food. 3 songs from the 70s. And I was like, are you kidding me? At this point, there's 9 cars behind me and they're all ticked off because it's 108 freaking degrees outside. So I finally got my food and I started to eat a little something and my sugar was not going up. My sugar was having none of it. And I was like, oh, come on, this is ridiculous. Harry, you're ridiculous. Stop. You're being a pain in the butt, kitty. You're being a pain in the butt. Knock it off. So I still had to get to the grocery store. So I'm at the grocery store drinking an actual Coke, which I don't really even like, to be honest. I don't like Coke. Not a fan, you know? But it's got a lot of sugar in it, so helps to get the sugar up pretty quick. So I'm in there, I'm doing my shopping. The dumbest people on the planet
Business support. My name's Mike.
are at the grocery store today. And I'm like, are you kidding me? People, get it together. This one lady goes in, she starts checking out. She's like 2 people ahead of me in line. And she realizes she doesn't have her wallet. And I'm like,
Sure.
are you
And
kidding
I'm
me?
sorry, what was your name?
Are you kidding me? Like, you didn't bring in your wallet.
Trying to find you in Teams.
So she disappears and just leaves all her stuff, including her cart with her kid in it.
That's me. Go ahead, send me account number or whatever else you got there. Help
That,
me out with
you know,
stuff up. And this will give me the
so she can run out to her car.
So give me a hot sec. Thank you.
I'm like, what? Did she just walk out the store and leave her baby? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hi, Miss Mari. I was like, somebody's got to be kidding. This is a joke, right? Somebody's going to pop out any second now and go, surprise, you're on candid camera. And then she didn't come back. Me and the other customer and the cashier were all looking at each other going, did she just run out the store and leave her kid here? What the hell? Now, granted, the kid looked like he was about 6 months old, so maybe she's new to this whole mom thing.
Barbecue.
And she doesn't realize that, she's supposed to take the kid with her everywhere she goes. Oh, my God. And the cashier, bless her heart, young girl, couldn't have been more than 20 maybe. She's like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, call your manager? That's what I would do. she calls the manager, and the manager comes over, and the manager's like, "What's the problem?" And we're like,
What have we done so
"Lady
far?
just left baby in store." Hi, Miss Jenny. Yeah, she gone. It was funny.
Well, I mean,
There was a little kid running around too. I think may have also been hers. I'm not sure. But
so I'm wondering if there's not a wire cut somewhere.
yeah, just one of those days. And I'm just sitting there going, my sugar's dropping. I want to go home. I really just want to go home. Oh, I have a paint bubble. I like paint bubbles. Boy, this biscuit's very skin tony. Kind of orangey, to be honest.
It's active at Broadsoft, but it's not registering.
I don't know if she ever came back. The manager took the baby over to the
It's not registering at Broadsoft.
customer service desk and cleared the register, and the cashier started ringing up other stuff. I don't know what the hell happened. I just stuck around, but I wasn't feeling well. And then, so I leave the store, and I'm like, okay, I've done everything. Grocery. Oh, crap, I still got a puzzle. Maybe we'll get a puzzle. So I went, found a puzzle,
Looking, check it.
and I was like, I just want a puzzle. That's all I'm going to the thrift store for, just to find a puzzle. Yeah, $20 later.
All right, thank you. Hey, Ruben, how you doing? Well, I'm with Sharon on this. I don't think it's a modem issue. Not yet, at least, because the line is not registering to Broadsoft, you know? So I'm thinking it might be something else, and I'm trying to check into it now.
Yeah, he's over there working.
Because as far as BizView is concerned, if you look at that, it shows, you know, the modem's got great signal levels, everything's in, you know, bonding up proper. But when you look at the phone line, it's shown as off hook. Now you got your butt set plugged into that? So all you're getting is
I was
all
going
you're
to.
getting
That
is
was my
Fast
stop after Snobby, because they're in the same
Now you
shopping
get
center.
Dial-Tone? You got Dial-Tone now.
When my sugar dropped and I
Alright.
had to get something to eat, at that point, I didn't want to backtrack because I knew I had to go to the grocery store. So I did not.
Yeah, give me a hot
Go
second. I'll
into the
gladly call it if
Dollar
you got a Dial-Tone on it. All right, give me a second. I'm calling it.
I do love this plum
I'm
color.
getting call can't be completed.
Not exactly the lighter
And
color I
it's
was
still not
going with,
registering in Broadsoft.
but I like this color, so you know.
Where was I? I'm not quite sure yet. I'm thinking routing maybe. I gotta check that in a little minute. I got a list of things I gotta go down to make sure I got, everything checked off.
I thought about stopping at the Dollar General, but see, the thing is that when it comes to puzzles, I like these ones that have these bigger pieces like this, especially if I'm doing, like the altered pieces and stuff, because I like these bigger ones give you more room, more base room. And so I always try to get the bigger ones. And the best place to find those is the thrift store. These are the Melissa and what's it called? Melissa and Doug. Els, you should not try to paint things when the paint's not dry yet. By the way, I did put some glue in this big bottle, and we're going to try it. I got my knitting needle top on there because I was told to do that. Put my pin through it.
Hey,
Got
Sharon,
that. So we're going to give that a shot and see how
when
it
you
works out.
provisioned this, did you make sure that the currents was back on that EMTA?
He's making people happy by making their phones work. All right, so we're going to let these dry. And I'm going to rattle Michelle's
All right,
cage.
there it
Hold
is.
on. You rattle her cage. It's always fun.
No, it should be on port 2. Port 2 should be fine. Yeah, no, and that's what I'm trying to figure out is, where everything went.
Well, hi, honey. Are you going to grace us with your presence?
Yeah, are we live?
We are.
Oh. Okay, but I won't show you what I was going to show you.
You're not on camera.
Okay. But I am going to have you tonight talk to you because I want to show you something on Jesse that I'm a little worried about now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right.
We'll look at gross stuff later.
Yeah. His huevos are cooked.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I just found it.
Huh.
Okay, I will be there.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Let me check the routing on the phone number. It's the only
Hang
other thing I
up.
can think of offhand.
Okay. See, I don't text people. I just call your ass. Why you not here? All right. So we've got these painted. I'm going to let them dry real quick. I think most of them are dry. They're dry enough. Now, I'm going to get rid of this because I'm not going to use, well, I'm still going to use it because I've had it. But I'm going to get clean water. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing. All right, clean water. She's going to slap me. All right. So I have tissue paper. I have decoupage paper. I have napkins. And that's why we have colors, see? Look, I got to give her crap, you know? All right. Where's my gel? See, I got everything out except the stuff I really need, you know?
Well, the routing number's right.
Ah, there we go. Got me gel, Matt gel. I need a different brush. That one sucks. Oh, you know what? I got these brushes that these Jamie sent me. Where is it? So Miss
I don't
Janie sent
see any
these for me for my
forwarding on that
birthday,
line.
and they are Mod Podge brushes. Oh, yeah, that's better.
0452.
Much better. Okay. Put that to the side. Let it dry. Let's see. What's next? Oh, we get this one. Let's get a piece of this. Okay. And let's put this one, I don't know, maybe on the purple.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, sure.
We're going to do this one. We're going to do it on this plummy color.
Sure. Give me a hot second.
So I'm supposed to be traveling next week. Hopefully, because I reached out today to Bug.
No, I'm getting a message. Call can be completed in English.
He's
Yeah.
supposed to be going with me, so he said, Mom will talk to you. So I don't know if he's backing
That's
out
the 0452 number, right?
or what. Might mean that I'm traveling on my own. That's dangerous. Let's see. What do we got?
And that's not the same message I got.
Where's our newspaper? We could do the newspaper. Let's do the newspaper on the other plum. You're okay. Nobody's ever late here, Buffy. Ever
English.
late. It's not like we're going to send you to the back of the room to sit with a dunce cap on or anything like that.
No.
Only if we put you on camera. This is so thick that there's not even going to be any color coming through. That's okay. What else are we going to do? Let's see. No. Maybe some Paris. Something Parisian, shall we? Let's see. Sometimes I can do that and just pull it, but I can't this way. Okay. There we go. That's one. And two. I love when I watch some people do this. They're like, now gently, pull that stuff off. Just yank it. Just yank it off there. Joink. And I'm like, I just wank. All right. So we have Paris. Let's do Paris, shall we? I think we need a bigger piece for Paris. Yes, we'll do this one. Okay. Here we go. Need some goo. You gotta get the goo. Put your goo on there. The only reason I use this is because I don't like how shiny the Mod Podge is. You know? I don't like shiny stuff. So we're getting a little bit, we're getting the Arc de Triomphe and a little bit of the Eiffel Tower there on the side. This is a big old napkin though, so I'm just gonna cut this piece off.
Fiber cut in MTT El Cojo.
There we go. Okay, get that out of the way. What else we got?
Maybe, but usually that's just like a data thing, not phone as well.
Trying to use napkins that I've already gotten pieces out of, you know. I have a lot of partial napkins.
Sure. What's your Uno? I'm sorry, that was a little quick for me. 3908
I'm gonna use this one. It's small, but
70. Got it.
small but mighty. So let this all be a lesson to you all. If you don't show up when you're supposed to, I will call you. Okay, I only do that to Michelle. We're going to do this guy. It's really the flower as opposed to the butterfly. It's just background, right?
Yeah, completely different node.
Hey, come off of there. It's
Yeah,
not
completely
blend.
different node.
No blending. You're not a chameleon. No blending.
No,
I'm
I'll be
blending. I'm
honest, I'm
blending.
not quite sure what's going on here. The modem looks fine. The routing is happy. It's active in BroadSoft. Yeah.
Let's get a piece of this. This piece. I like this piece. Take this one. Right here in the middle.
Huh.
See, I like crafting like this
is
where you're just
Oleo
making a mess.
4G, you know?
Messy crafting. I like messy crafting. Although I know I have a reputation for being very clean. But
Right. Yeah, that's about the only thing we got left.
I'm not that clean, man. We're gonna get that on there. Go over it. Oh no, we went through it. That's why we paint the underside too, though. All right, we have a few left. We have this white tissue paper, which was in
All right,
the.
do you guys want me to hang tight while you guys do that, or
In the
that's
napkins.
about our final option? Because I've checked everything else that I can think of on this, and everything is right except for the fact that it's showing as offline and not registering in BroadSoft.
So let's do this.
Yeah, hey, I'm with you on that, but it's the only thing we haven't done yet.
Michelle, did you find your puzzle pieces?
We'd probably have to get a ticket up to the voice knock or something like that.
Oh. I know. I hate when I don't have my stuff. That's what I was saying. Like, I used to have probably 1,000 puzzle pieces in like different sizes, up to like 6 inches, and I lost them all in the fire. So now I have to build back up my puzzle piece collection. Icky poo poo caca. Yeah, not fun at all. All right, let's see what we got. No, we're not doing that one. Definitely not using this one right now. We're kind of in a spring theme. Oh, this one is fun. I'm being attacked by napkins. All right, so if you are in the Phoenix metro area, I should be there next week. I will be there next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm coming home. But, so if you're in the Phoenix metro area and you would like to hang out, let me know. Love to come out and hang out with you. We'll go hit some stores, do a little speed thrifting, maybe get some lunch, because I got to eat, that whole diabetic thing. Keep telling me I have to eat. I don't know why. I mean, I eat once a day. Isn't that enough? Oh, that fire was a while ago. About 4 months ago. Oh, this one's pretty. Did we use a piece of this already? No, we didn't. Let's use some of this. Ah, yeah. Let's use some of this. Just rip this off of here. We'll use this piece right here. That'll work. Yeah, so I think the thing that I was most upset about was losing my quilt fabrics, but and my quilt tops. But it just makes me have to do it over again, It just gives me something to do. So I will just do more, Well, I missed the edge on that one, but that's okay. And yeah, I lost some stuff, but at least, we didn't lose the house. We're okay, and that was really all that mattered. Thank God my grandkids weren't here, because y'all know my grandkids practically live here. Little boogers. All right, we need one more.
Well, I mean, now that I think about it, and I'm talking to my team about this, because that his butt set was
I already
connected
used
up
one of
to
these.
it, and it was still registering as off the hook. It could be a port issue on the EMTA. Yeah, I mean, you're swapping it, so I'm just waiting on that to have happen,
And we'll do it on a green background. How odd, right? Well, that's cool. Yeah, it was a thing.
Calling it down.
But like I said, at least, my grandkids weren't here, and we didn't lose the house, so that's always
It
good.
sounded like you picked up and answered, but it seemed to disconnect the call.
All right,
But it rang.
we got that out of the way. Let's do this. This was the first one. Not quite dry yet, so we're gonna let them dry. Yeah, they're not quite dry. We're gonna let them dry. They
And
need
I
a few
got
minutes.
registration in Broadsoft. That should be good now.
They need a few minutes. I am gonna trim them a little bit though.
It could have been a bad port on the. No, I'm thinking it was a bad port on that EMTA.
Okay. I'm like cutting off these little pieces, going, "Oh, I should save that." God, woman, let go of something, would you? It'll just make it easier to get it off there.
Yeah, and I'm not a problem. My pleasure. Sharon, thank you so much. Appreciate the assistance. Yep. Well, hey, I was, it rang for me, and it's showing registered in the Broadsoft, and I'm showing it on the hook in BizView. So, yeah, it's golden.
All right. Let me go around this one.
All right. You folks still need me?
Definitely go around this one.
All right. Thank you.
That's like
Appreciate
that
it.
one
You
we'll
two
keep.
have
That's like
yourselves a fantastic
a
evening.
quarter of a
Thank you.
napkin.
Bye-bye.
We'll keep that piece. Okay. Rest of that. Was back in March or April. I don't remember. Wasn't that important. We survived, All right, so now I'm going to let these all dry. And then we're going to play with them. So what did I get at the Snob today? I got these just for this. For the bee journal, for the cover. I'm going to get in here with my ceramic blade and do some detailed fussy cuts on this. There's 2 of them in there, so I'm going to practice on the first one and then do the second one. That way I know I'm not screwing it up. But they're okay. They're not great, but they're okay. And I got some Timmy stuff. I don't know why. I do know why. Because I was in the store and I picked it up to look at it, to see what was in it. To see if I had this, which I don't think I do. But I picked it up to look at it, and then I started to get sick. And so instead of putting it down, I just kind of threw it in the basket. And then it was like, let me get out of this store. And so I ended up buying it. So I don't know. I might keep it. I might take it back. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I'm probably going to make clusters out of them. Paper clips. No, it was Sandy. My house is set up like a double shotgun. So it's my front door and my garage door. And they both come in, and there's like a section in the middle where the bathroom is and the laundry area. And so there's Sandy's room. Then my craft room was here. That was the room Amy was in. And our bedroom's at the back. And so you come in here, and this is our living room, the dining area, the kitchen, and the media room where the corner is. And there's 2 sliding glass doors at the back, one in our bedroom and one in the media room here. And Sandy's room is closest to the laundry room, which is where the garage door is. And she was the one that was like, does anybody else smell smoke? But yeah, I lost all my piano rolls. I lost all of my G45. I lost all my quilt tops and all my quilting fabric. I lost some quilt batting and some stuffing for my stuffies. By the way, I'm going to put a poll, a yes/no poll in the group about the stuffies. If anybody wants stuffies this season for Christmas, I have 3 new patterns. They're fantastic, including Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. So I'll be making a couple of different ones. And so I'm going to put that in the Facebook group if you want to vote yes or no if you would like to see stuffies for this Christmas. Yeah, it was a thing. And then I couldn't find Harry. That was the scary part. I couldn't find Harry anywhere. And like I kept coming back in the house, calling him and trying to find him, and I couldn't find him. The dogs we had already gotten outside. We opened up the door and they went out in the back. I opened the grass and let them in the grass. And so they were out back. So I knew the dogs were okay, but I could not find Harry. Normally he's in the kitty cave, but he wasn't. He had actually gotten behind my trash can under the back of my desk and was hiding.
Come on.
A stuffy, they're I make stuffed animals.
Come on, Jen.
Petty, if you didn't know that, I make stuffed animals.
Okay.
Handmade stuffed animals like dragons and unicorns and alicorns and merkitties, and I make Scruff from Stitch, Lilo and Stitch, and last year I started making Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. That's the dog, and I do like the puzzle ball ones that you can take apart and then put back together. I've made those, and I have a whole line of them that I do. Yeah, and I do them usually around Christmas time. Back in 2022, when the 2020 also, when the kids were stuck at home, I made a bunch of superhero costumes for the kids, and I think I sold them for like $5 a piece. They were like masks and wristbands and capes, and I made a whole bunch of those and sold them for the kids. Hi, Miss Jamie. But yeah, so last year was the first year I made a Zero, and I made it for my daughter, and just to see if it was any good, and she lost her shit. She was like, "Oh my God." All right, this is the first one, and it's dry, so we're going to go ahead and start getting rid of the tissue paper off this. This is the part where I make a huge mess, and Hubbard walks by and gives me that eye. You know that eye. Think your parents are mad at you? That's the eye. This one is mostly dry, so we can do this one. All right, with that one. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm making a mess. That's still wet. What about this one? Mostly dry. Let's go ahead and do this one. Just making a mess. Just making a mess. That's what I'm doing. Making a mess. Well, you separate, girl. We'll see you next week. Yes, next week. I'm going to be in Phoenix next week. Wednesday, Thursday, and coming home on Friday. I'm going to be in Phoenix and Tucson. I'm going to cause some trouble, girly. I'll be in Phoenix next week. This is what I love craft files for. Would you snore quieter? Good Lord. I'm telling you, this cat can snore with the best of them. Like, he makes my dogs sound quiet. Well, she knows where all the best antique stores and junk shops are. What do you want from me? There's actually, when I drive down there, there's actually there's this little tiny town where, like, if you drive past the gas station, you know, kind of thing, and it's just like a little bedroom community, really. And I have discovered that there's a giant thrift store there. And so every time I go through, I get off the main road and I take this horrible, horrible road. Like 4 miles to get to this thrift store. And every time I go there, they have such good stuff. Hold on, guys. That's Sash. Checking in, just getting rather baffled here, though. But why it's growing and shrinking and growing and shrinking and now growing again? So we just have to wait for therapy. See what happens, but they do have a port, which is ongoing treatments for me. Doing pretty good. Losing weight. Just cut the stairs. Okay. Still wet. Still wet. Still wet. Whoa, still wet. My phone fucked that out one. This one's good. We can do this one. Hey, Steph. So yeah, there's like this thrift store, and it's kind of in the like this nowhere little podunk area, but it's because it doesn't look like a town when you're driving past it, because the town is way off the road, the main road, which I think they did intentionally. But I always stop at that little thrift store because I find some of the greatest stuff there. All right, note to self: do not file your fingernails with the craft file. It's too heavy. It eats up your nails. But I have found some really great stuff there. At that little store. And then, like, the road into Phoenix from here, if you take the back way, it's like every couple of miles, there's just a thrift store. Boink, stuck there. So I always have so much fun going down to Phoenix. And I actually haven't been to Tucson in a long time. And I think on the way back, I'm going to stop and see my ex-husband. Because I'm going to go up north. Instead of cutting back through, I'm going to go up towards Winslow. And that's, my ex-husband lives up by there. So I'm going to go by there and see, visit him and his wife, see how they're doing. Because they recently moved, sold their house here in Vegas and moved down there. So I'm going to go see them. Yes, I do get along with my ex-husband remarkably well. Better than, divorced people should, I think. But if everybody got divorced and just got past themselves, man, we wouldn't have as much hate. But you guys have seen that. His wife comes on every now and then and says hi. Yep. And this is why I have paper on my desk, because I'm making a mess. Should have seen the lady at the county recorder's office when we went down to get our divorce. We had to file the paperwork in the court. And I went in there with Mike, and my ex-husband was with us. And we all went down there and signed the papers together. And I was joking. I was like, you just got divorced. What do you want to do now? And he's like, let's go to lunch. And I said, okay. I thought she was going to lose herself. I seriously thought she was going to lose it. Like, that just blew her away, that we could, get along. But I guess in her line of work, they don't really see a lot of that. Honey, I tell you the same thing I told Michelle. I am coming to see you, not your house, not your clothes, not your car. I'm coming to see you. I don't give a crap. You could walk outside in a bathing suit and high heels, and I would just be like, okay, let's go to Denny's for lunch, you know? Because I was coming to see you. Although you do have a really cool car. And I have car envy because I'm probably going to be in the troll again. Pepper's been acting bad. She's going to need to go to the doctor soon. Get checked. Oh, we all know I'm an ugly shit. Except for him, but he's blind, so. And stupid.
Yeah, not stupid.
Well, if you think I'm gorgeous, you must be stupid. Well, comparatively to your ex, yeah. That makes sense.
Well, last I checked, she's nothing but powder now.
Ashes.
Ashes.
It's the thinnest she's ever been.
That is true. Just a dusting of what she was prior.
She's a wisp. All right, 2 more to go. I don't know. I'm not going to kiss you. Seriously, Janie knows some really good stores. Urgh. Come out of there. This one spot that doesn't want to come off. Messing up my whole piece, man. All right, last one. What a freaking mess I've made. It's all over my lap, too. I did. I told her I was coming up there. She didn't believe me. So I got into town, checked into a hotel. She got mad at me. And then she's like, no. I said, come outside. She came outside and I was sitting in her driveway. Well, it was dark, so it was either her driveway or the neighbor's.
Or the cemetery.
Could have been the cemetery. We actually went into the cemetery to turn around.
Oh, I had to make sure we got the right place.
You never know. We might have wanted to check in, so we were just checking it out. No, they don't bury anybody there anymore. It's a historic cemetery. Now they bury you on the other side of town. Hey, Brian. Look, I get a hotel because when I travel with my husband, he likes to do rude things in hotel rooms. Okay. Now let's get rid of this mess. It does. Can't do rude things in hotel rooms if you're
Hi, this is
bucking
Mike
at a friend.
from Cox Business
You know?
Support, calling on a recorded line. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with tonight?
All right.
Tyler?
So now we have all of these.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate that. How you doing tonight, buddy?
So these are great bases for
Fantastic.
you know,
Oh, perfect. Good
clusters,
complaint. You
those
know,
things.
It's getting close to that end hour. Yeehaw.
I think
So,
this
hey, I got your internal ticket number here, 8212. 1802.
Put those over there. What are we doing? I don't know. I'm working on a bee journal, so we're gonna put some bee stuff on it.
Sure, thank you, appreciate it. So we got a little bit of haggling to go on this one here.
There's no bee stuff in here. It's the other bag. All right.
Really?
Get a little shaky. Give me a second. That's why I didn't go live last night, guys. I couldn't get it under control. It was bouncing up and
Why
down.
would they do that? They just escalated us to level 4 like an hour ago. Zero 2.
Okay, we're still within range of good. Well,
I was gonna say they
acceptable.
just escalated to level 4 about an hour ago. Why would they close it?
Put some ink.
Fun
This.
hill day, I'm telling you. Yeah. Well, you guys have been pressing to find out when we're going to get this dispatch on. Well, we sent an email out to our field tech, and he says we've been trying to get access to this facility for a few weeks. Just now, I managed to speak to the AT&T tech that is going to give us access to the facility. Now we need to set
I knew
this
they were
up
over here.
with, or set this up with an engineer to set up and check the rig. This is a Cisco M6, which is traffic going through it. Tomorrow, and this was an email he sent maybe 20 minutes ago. So tomorrow I'm going to reach out to see if we can schedule this for Sunday, going into Monday morning maintenance window, and that's what he's got for us.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, usually it's like midnight to 6 a.m., I think, generally speaking. So he's thinking from like Sunday to Monday morning. So Sunday midnight to Monday 6 a.m., somewhere in there, that maintenance window there. But they got to set this up with an engineer and a few other things. The AT&T tech that he spoke to, I do not. No. I'm just reading you what I got from him out of his email here.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Well, I'm going to be
Oh, okay.
driving across the desert. Well, I've been through the desert in a
Guy's
car
name
with no
says that.
name. That's not true. The car's name is Troll.
Right.
All right.
All right.
This
and-
thing. Because this is where we got all our stuff. Bee stuff, bee stuff, bee stuff, bee stuff, bee stuff. Need some bee stuff. I need.
Yeah. All right, no, I get it. I understand.
I knew they were around here someplace.
Let you know that we're not going to have nothing until Monday morning by the looks of this, you know? Yeah. Right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying is, you know, that we've got a final, hey,
So,
here's what we're doing on this. So
That is a good question. What is
do you
everybody
want me
doing
to
this
just set our ticket on our end of things to like
Bizarre
Monday,
Bazaar,
bright and early,
Missoula's
maybe
mom at the public
4
library.
a.m.
That
or
sounds
something,
cool.
See where we're at with this. For us to review this ticket again, for my group to pick up the ticket and see where we're at with our field. Oh, I'm sure, but I got to know when I can set this for the next follow-up. All right, so I'll set it for like 4
right.
a.m. Monday
B
morning kind of thing.
definitely says something,
That way,
right?
that we maybe
B.
they'll have finished whatever they're doing on site, and we'll have more information at that point. I'm sure we'll hear from you before then, but I got to set my file. I got to set my follow up. You know. All right,
Get this out of here.
In that case, Tyler, I really appreciate it. Hey, like I said, a little bit of haggling on this one. So, yeah. All right, buddy. Hey, you have yourself a fantastic weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.
You need the rest, right? Dave and Buster's, that's the name of the place, honey.
That place is cool.
We were talking about that the other day and we couldn't remember the name of it. I was like, it's Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Yeah, there's Dave and Buster's, and there's that other one that we like too. Remember the one over by the fish place?
Yeah, but that's a kid one.
It's a decent buffet. And granted, they have themed rooms and lots of video games, but you know.
Yeah, at least we can stay away from the kids if we want to.
Yeah. If you're really that.
You can get a beer.
For wanting to torture yourself, you could always go into the cartoon room.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like self-flatulation. I'm just going to torture myself and go sit in this room. Ah! All right, we cut this little bee out. Now, I'm going to get some ink on him. Get rid of his little white edges. Nothing personal, Mr. B. Why doesn't your butt have color? Da-da. You just got kicked out of your internet.
I didn't do it.
They now have a human cave crane? What the hell? I think he goes this way. I don't know. He could go that way. No, he has more legs on this side. So, let's go this way. All right, we're going to glue this down first. Look, Jamie, I'm trying it. Okay, note to self, a lot of glue comes out. I found a little rubber thing. I put a pin in it. It's good for bigger projects, but I don't think it's going to work for this one. As I grab my glue bottle that doesn't want to behave. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. That's what I'd truly like to be. Because if I were an Oscar Mayer wiener, then everyone would be in love with me. Yeah, things like that just happen. I don't know why. Great. It's upside down. There we go. Get it on the pokey tool, woman. Get it on the pokey tool. I got glue on my finger. Don't ask what happened earlier. We'll talk about it later. No, I can't. I can't get it to zoom in when I'm live. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah. And if I try to move it, wow, what a pain in the butt. But I'll show you. Okay. I don't know if I want to put another dot on there. Another candy dot. Yeah, I'm going to put one more. I know, I'm breaking all the rules here. I'm only using 2 candy dots. But 3 is too much. It's a little thing. 2 is good. 3, too many. Okay, we have dots. Look, you just came out of there. Why won't you go back in? Shush, get in there. Okay, that's better. All right, what else are we going to do with this thing? What else do I want to do with this thing? Well, I don't know. Yes, I do. I want to finish coloring his butt. Ugh. I don't know why they kind of gave up mid-butt. But they did. Not jealous. No, no. At least not those, because those still look wet when they dry. You know? These might work. I might have a pale yellow in here. I do have a pale yellow. It's like they just stopped coloring his booty, you know? Be happy. Should we color in the word be? I'm going to do it. Maybe. We're going to do it. We're going to color in the B. But I'm going to do that with my alcohol markers. Let me find those. Not the Sharpies. We're going to get some alcohol markers out. I don't think I have any. No, I don't have any in this set. All right, let me go grab those. Some of them, anyway. Let's see, is this the color I want? And, no, maybe a little darker. Trying to see if there's a color in here I want to use. Probably not. Maybe this antique. Yeah, I'm going to do it in the antique. Well, it's much better. Okay. No. Ta-da! That worked, right? Sorry about jiggling the camera, guys. All right, now there's one there. They're always around when I need them. All right, so we're gonna make this one into a paper clip. Let's put 900,000 tools away. And let's get out some 3-in-1. Three in one, all over my hand. Yes, I did. I did that. Shush. I'm having a glue day, okay? I'm having a glue day. So when I was filling this up, I had a bottle this size, and I'm like pouring it in, and it slipped out of my hand, and I was like, oh, and I went to grab the bottom of it, and it went all the way into the bottle. Can you see the problem here? I happened to be live on the phone with Michelle at the time. She was laughing her butt off. Yeah, I'll get even with you. You're going to get in the car with me and go out in the middle of the desert. So I said, I'm going to go to the sink. So I go over to the sink and I just put a butter knife in there and pulled it out. But because that's my logical brain. My logical brain goes, well, just stick something in there and wedge it out. So I pulled it out and but then I glued this ring to my finger. It was stuck to my finger because glue got underneath it. And I was like, I glued my ring to my finger. I'm an idiot. All right, so I'll play with the rest of those later, but this is the one that I made for today, and I'm going to put it in the bee journal when it's all dry. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I might put them in Happy Mails and mail them out. Now I'll find reasons for them. Yeah, it did. It literally went, and then it just like, I was like, son of a, and I tried to grab it and it just went shoop. And Michelle laughed at me. Yeah, who needs friends? So that was it. That's, I really didn't have a plan other than play with these puzzle pieces. So I have a bunch of puzzle pieces now and I have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. But if you are looking for larger pieces like this, I never can remember this name. Melissa and Doug. Their puzzles, some of them are like this big, but this is about the smallest they get because they're designed for kids. So no, go away, kitty. He's up. He's out of the cave. Hi, he's so funny. So yeah, so these are a good size, they show up and they're a nice size base, This is about 1 3/4 wide and about 2 inches tall. So it's a good size for this. It's not too big. It's not too little. Makes perfect size paper clips or embellishments. I like them. I wish that was on video. She's so smart. Her so cute. Let's shoot her. You know what? I was just thinking, if I have some of this in gold, that might look cool back behind that. I know I have some somewhere. Probably just out of it in here. Oh, well, guess not today. I got to go through this again. I just went through this recently, and yeah, it exploded again. All right. put some thread in it. No, I'm not messing with it. It's perfect. I did it perfect. Perfect. I like it just the way it is. Stop messing with stuff, fat lady. Okay. Yeah, it happens. It happens to everybody. We all do stupid stuff. I just happened to do stupid stuff while I was on camera talking to someone. But that's it. All right, guys. I'm going to pop out because I got to get some stuff. I got to feed the hubber, you know. He likes to eat.
Food good.
I don't know why. But that's the one I did. And I'm going to put it in the Bee Journal. I am going to be working on the Bee Journal cover. So I might go live tomorrow morning. Because I got to redo the cover because I don't like it. It's the wrong size. I actually started it tonight. Ta-da! The color scheme wasn't right. The size, the spine was too big. So we're going to go ahead and make a new one. So I probably will do this tomorrow because I have all the pieces and parts ready to go now. And so I'll probably come out in the morning and do that. That's it. You have banana bread.
Banana bread good.
Banana bread good, yes.
I haven't made that in a while.
You have not made me banana bread in a while.
I have not.
No, you haven't.
I eat bananas.
Yeah, we need to get some bananas. So that's it. Listen, just as an FYI, I'll be here tomorrow night for Mixed Media. Sunday, we're going to play the game. There is a ticket cluster. Apparently, I made clusters on tickets. Probably to help y'all use up all those tickets that you were shipped. Mike's birthday is on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, you guys are going to get the album journal base. That is the video that's going to show you how to build that album journal that we just did with the Sherlock Holmes.
I'm working that thing.
And on Wednesday morning, I'm actually leaving. So I'll be gone Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So no morning videos, no evening videos, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be back on Saturday. By Saturday, well, I might be back in time for Craft With Me on Friday night. Because I'm leaving here on the morning of the 25th. I'll be in Phoenix that night. And then I'm going to spend most of the day with Janie, probably on the 26th. I don't know. And then I will spend the night, drive down to Tucson, and then turn around and drive back. So I'll get home probably late Friday night, Friday evening, or I'll get home early Saturday morning because I'll drive all night. I'm like that. So if you're new and I have not offended you yet, give me time. Subscribe. It'll happen. Check out the community tab, the posts, or whatever the heck they're calling it now. And my Facebook group, both of which has a list, tells you everything I've got going on. Free classes, videos coming out, quick tutorials, beginner stuff, everything. Whether I'm traveling, where I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, how I'm traveling. That doesn't tell you how that. It just gives you a general idea. Because I don't want weird stalker people, And what else? Go by my Ko-Fi, pick up some free digitals, or swing on into my Patreon and support the channel. For my Patreons, we will be getting together soon to do our monthly project. I just had put one in the mail like 2 days ago, and I'm waiting for it to arrive before we schedule that. So I want to make sure everybody's got it. Okay? That's it. All right. So stay hydrated. Stay cool. Stay well, my friends. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Hey, George, this is Mike with Cox Business